I'm sure you have had the same experience when you want to search about something, for example, AI powered project manager. Then you search it, you see this AI overview is coming up and show you the answer, and it shows you everything you need. You don't need to click on any link below that. So maybe all we SEO specialists are worried that it's going to steal our traffic and we don't have any chance to show our content to the people. But let's just talk more about it and don't be worried about that. There's always solution for these things as well. Today, I'm going to teach you how this AI overview works, how you can be cited, your website can be cited here in the results, and what is the use case? What are the metrics we should follow in 2026 and the upcoming years, and not worry about the traffic anymore, maybe. Well, we have some useful data here. As you can see, there are some sources. SparkToro had done some research on 2024. It shows that about 58.5% of searches in US are zero click. It means people don't click on the website and they get to their results in the SERP. And in the Euro, it's again the same kind of 59%. And if you look at deeper in the data, it shows that from 1,000 search queries, only 360 in the US click on some links and 374 on Europe. Why does it happen? Because when people search on about something and need some information, the data shows that 37% of them is zero click and they just end it immediately. And some of them don't find their answers. Only 22% refine their queries and try to search again and ask again about their question. So it looks a little worrying and terrifying for us SEO specialists, and we don't know what we should do. So we can say our traffic is going to go down. But something is interesting here. Ellie Schwartz had a very useful article. I use Notebook LLM to extract the most important parts here, that you should not follow the traditional KPIs anymore. Tracking rankings, obsessing over traffic numbers, celebrating LLM visibility scores. Even if you are shown in the AI overview, it doesn't matter anymore. She says the only SEO metric that actually matters is revenue, because it pays our bills. Something, that looks very clear, but we sometimes forget what is important for us. So let me just go back here. Well, let's see when it happens and when it happened and why is Google showing AI reviews. And how can you be cited in the AI overview? If you get cited, like the example I showed you here, as you can see, Reddit is cited here. And when we change the search, for example, top AI powered project manager, we again see this answer, but you see the source is different. It's another website. Maybe we need to be cited here in the results of the AI overview. And if you remember, in 2024, there was a leak from Google Search API, and it showed a very information metric, information gain score. And what does it show? The people have done lots of analysis about it, and they understood that the shift is from backlink counting to perspective diversity. We'll talk about it. And we somehow understood that copycat content is somehow systematically demoted. What does it mean? Information gain. How does it give us points, and how does it rank us and cite us in the overviews? It shows that, the re-ranking is mostly based on semantic distance. What does it mean? It means that if you are talking about the things that there is a consensus in the industry, even in your B2B industry, if you're talking about everything that others are also talking about, you're not going to get high information gain point, and your score is going to be near zero. But if you just report existing facts, it kind of gives you nothing. If you might remember, there was a technique in SEO. The name was a skyscraper. People would read 10 top results of SERP and somehow rewrite it and didn't add anything to it. Nowadays, it's going to get kind of zero, and you don't get cited in the AI overview. And Where does it come from? There was a patent, from Google. This is a number if you're curious about to read more about it. And in the patent, Google is talking about contextualizing search results, which uses information gain score here. We talked about it. So it's a patent. So we know that Google is using it and it's giving more and more points to the information you give to the customers. So we need additional information. What does additional information mean? We need to add something beyond information that is included in other documents. It is from the patent from Google. So it means that you need to add something. This is something we always said in the content marketing, that you need to be unique. But here it's becoming more and more harder, and you need to add some more data. What is the data that they're suggested to add? Proprietary data, for example, internal statistics, something about your business, something that only you know it. And you can just change it and, don't cite any names or any other business partners if they're not okay with that. And something that's a primary search from your business, it's going to give you more and more points in the information gain score. And something is that, AI, and if you add something new, it doesn't think about it as a general knowledge. So it's something new, and it's going to somehow talk about it and somehow cite it as information, important information. And something is important, being informational is not enough anymore. You need to be authoritative and noble. What does it mean? You have to show the authority. We talked about EEAT a lot in my channel. You can watch my other videos about pillar clusters, about topical authority. They talk a lot about authoritativeness. And it's important to get focused on that if you want to get cited by AI. What else do we have here? LLM, how does LLM works? Let's just think a little deeper about it. When they want to answer people, they somehow synthesize data. What can they synthesize? They can synthesize facts, but they struggle with subjective trade-offs. What do we mean by facts? When we ask some easy questions, when we ask some questions that are found easily on the web, they can answer. But when we ask about something subjective and something, especially in the B2B sector, it's very, very important, and it cannot synthesize. So it looks more and more, it looks deeper to find information. Something here is important to note is the ignorance funnel. And sometimes the AI overview fails when it comes to ignorance funnel. What is ignorance funnel? I talked about it in another video. It's the easy questions that is a kind of the novel dumb questions that people might ask. How does the software work? What is AI automation? These easy questions, sometimes you don't write articles about them, sometimes you don't create content about them. But I talked in my other video that you should focus your clusters on them because they are kind of connecting dots together and create your EEAT, which is experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Another important thing is that AI is begging for human experience, is begging for something that is new. It doesn't have that kind of repeated B2B jargon, industry jargon, and it's somehow firsthand. And this is the reason it's mostly now citing Reddit more than other websites in Google Overview. And in Perplexity, it's a lot more, 46% it is citing. Well, and Perplexity is citing more Reddit more. What is in Reddit? We all know that it is UGC, user-generated content, something that is not highly crafted as an article, just easy answers, human experience. Maybe it shows us that, working on Reddit and, spending time and effort on it for ranking higher is becoming important as well. I know many businesses are using it. If you're new in the business, I suggest you add Reddit and other UGC communities to your, I can say, way you spend money and effort to create content. We can say it's becoming an important source of review for AIs. Another important thing is that brand authority needs to be built if you need to be cited in the AI overview. So brand authority is no longer confined. It's not only in your domain. You need to take it from everywhere. As you can see, Quora is repeated here. It's because of Notebook LM created this presentation for me. But you need to connect other targets, other sources, sorry, not targets, other sources that show you're authoritative in your topic. Reddit, GitHub, Quora, you need to be active on them. Just only posting on your own website and, just videos are not enough. The other question we need to answer is that how we should structure our content so it will be cited by AI overviews. A recent research shows that 44.2% of all citations come from the first 30% of the page's content. As you can see in this image, it's better to put all of the most important information in the first 30% of the page, and it's good to put a TLDR section before all of your content starts and chunk that information for AI. And the other important thing is that use HTML5 schema for everything, for tables, for FAQ, and somehow show AI which is which and what are you talking about in which section of your content. JSON LE is very useful here. So this is it. As you saw, the age of SEO is changing and Google is showing AI overviews on top of every answer. We talked about it in this video, and we talked about how the landscape and the concept of search and how people act is changing. So SEO should change as well. We need to focus more on answering easy questions, or adding unique content, and also being active in other social media. And also in structuring your content, you need to put the most important information in on top of the page, and somehow adapt new ecosystem EEAT as much as possible. If you like this kind of videos, please subscribe to the channel and comment your ideas about the new age of SEO and how it's changing our job as content marketers and SEO specialists. Thank you very much again for watching. See you soon.